Hello, this is Mark Satterfield, and welcome to the Velvet Rope Playbook. Tonight's chapter: the simple follow up strategy that builds trust and credibility. Here is something I recently experienced, which is applicable to almost anyone who sells a high value product or service. Yesterday, I shared the story of my hip replacement surgery and why I was so impressed with Dr. Brekke and everyone at Duke Regional Hospital. He took the time to get to know me as a person. When I had a concern before surgery, he personally responded to me late one evening. Every interaction with his staff made me feel like I was in good hands. But there was one thing he did that almost anyone watching this could copy. Whether you're an attorney, a financial advisor, a consultant, or really any professional whose clients are making an important decision. After my surgery was scheduled, I began to receive a series of short messages. Nothing fancy, no studio, no expensive editing, just Dr. Brekke and members of his team talking directly to me. One explained what would happen before surgery. Another showed how to prepare my home. Another talked about recovery. Another simply encouraged me to stay positive and keep moving after surgery. Each one was only a couple minutes long. At first, I thought, well, that's helpful. But then it hit me. These messages were doing something much more powerful than educating me. They were building trust. They were reducing uncertainty. And every single one reinforced that I made the right decision in choosing him. And then last night, when I returned home, I received a short video from Dr. Brekke. And this was just a few common sense, good ideas for speeding up the recovery process. Now, this is a lesson most professionals completely overlook. Most people think video exists to generate leads, to get more appointments, to convince people to hire you. Now, of course, those videos certainly have their place. But think about what happens after you start working with clients. Questions begin to pop up in their mind. What happens next? Did I make the right decision? What should I be doing while I wait? The worst thing you can do during that period is disappear. Silence creates uncertainty. Communication creates confidence. So let's examine what would happen if perhaps you were an architect designing someone's dream home. After they sign the agreement, you send a short welcome video and you cover topics such as what happens during design. Here's how we'll communicate. Here's why revisions are a normal part of the process. So what happens is that by the time construction begins, they're relaxed because uncertainty has been replaced with understanding. You notice the pattern? None of these videos are trying to close the sale. The sale already happened. They're doing something much more valuable. They're strengthening the relationship. Years ago, Stephen Covey talked about making deposits into the emotional bank account. Every helpful interaction is another deposit. Every thoughtful email, every useful article, every reassuring phone call, every short video, all of them add another deposit. So eventually, people stop thinking about you as simply the person they hired. They begin thinking of you as someone who's looking out for them. And that's exactly how affluent clients choose professionals. The wealthy aren't simply buying expertise. They're buying confidence. They're buying certainty. They're buying the feeling that someone competent has everything under control. And that's why this strategy works so well. And the best news is that today, creating these videos is easier than it's ever been. Just take your phone, sit in your office, record maybe 6 or 7 of them in one afternoon. Just answer the questions you hear every week. What happens next? How long will this take? What should I expect? What mistakes should I avoid? What can I do to get the best outcome? Then upload these videos into your CRM or email platform. And now every new client automatically receives the right videos at exactly the right moment. You're building trust while you're sleeping. You're answering questions before people ask them. You're reducing the number of emails your staff has to answer. You're creating a better client experience, all from videos that you recorded once. There's another benefit very few people talk about. Every significant purchase comes with a little buyer's remorse. And this is true whether it's a luxury car, a financial advisor, an expensive home renovation, or a hip replacement. Almost everyone has a moment where they think, I hope I made the right decision. Silence allows that doubt to grow. Communication makes it disappear. Every video quietly says, "You've got this. This is normal. Here's what comes next. And we're here if you need us." Those messages don't just educate, they reassure. And reassurance creates trust. So here's a simple exercise I'd encourage you to do. Take out a sheet of paper, write down the 10 questions clients ask most often after they've hired you, not before, after. Then record a 2-minute answer to each one. Don't worry about making them perfect. Authenticity beats production value every time. Then automate the entire sequence. I think you'll discover something surprising. Some of the most valuable videos you ever create won't be the ones that convince people to become clients. They'll be the ones that remind your clients they made the right decision. Because trust doesn't end when someone says yes. For professionals who attract affluent clients, that's when it really begins. Now, before we wrap up, remember, this is just one piece of a much bigger marketing system. By itself, of course, it's helpful, but when it's integrated into a complete client attraction and conversion system, that's when it becomes really powerful. So if you'd like to build a marketing system that consistently attracts affluent clients instead of relying on random acts of marketing, well, I've got a couple of ideas for you. If you enjoy learning on your own, I've created a step-by-step video program that shows you exactly how to build an affluent client marketing system from start to finish. Or if you'd rather have a system designed specifically for your business, I can send you information about working with me one-on-one. In about an hour, we can map out a customized client attraction and conversion system that's tailored to your business, your market, and the kinds of affluent clients you want to attract. Links are in the bio, or you can simply go to getwealthyclients.com and learn more about these programs and all of my other resources. Either way, I'd love to help you build a marketing system that works predictably, not just occasionally. This is Mark Satterfield. Thanks for listening to this chapter of the Velvet Rope Playbook. I'll be back at you with something new soon, but until then, bye for now.